Hey, you guys. So, the thumbnail that you see is a vision that I had when I was getting in the car to go to church this morning. It was this large, ovalish, orange thing above two shrubs and in front of a wall. I'll use it as the thumbnail. I'm not sure what that may be. Um, and thanks for any prayers that you may have said on my behalf as far as my vision. I'm concerned, but I'm not worried. I haven't had anything else happen since then. And I'm trusting God and I'm continuing to trust that He will continue to speak and show me things. Okay, you guys? Um, you know, the devil has been defeated, like a sister said. You guys, I had a dream last night, and it wasn't until a deacon said his prayer that I realized what it meant. Because it kind of had me upset, had me thinking crazy stuff today. Um, my deacon said that in these last days, there'll be son against father and daughter against mother in the same household. And he was, just talking about things that are going to happen in the last days. I know part of what was on his heart was one of our brothers, a brother, a sweet brother in the Lord, only 31. He got shot in a hotel last Saturday. His funeral was yesterday. Arguing, some little young punk. They were apparently arguing over a video game. So, just shot him in a hotel room. Um, just anointed singer, loved the Lord, always singing for the Lord. Usher, sweet brother, just shot the boy dead. So that and we had another death, I think as of yesterday too. So just a lot going on, you guys. Just craziness. Um, the dream was I was at this restaurant. I was at this drive-through window, and I was going to order my food, and I knew exactly what I had in mind, and I was about to order, and then I saw my mother in the back seat behind me, about to stick her head out the window and order something, like mess up my order, like sabotage what I was going to order off the menu. And she thought it was funny. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, whatever you about to order is not what I want to order. Like whatever she was going to do, it was like she was going to sabotage my order just for the heck of it. And I don't know. It was like, we don't have time to be playing these games. Like, what are you doing? And why would you do that? You're my mother. Like, so it kind of, until he said that prayer, father against son, mother against mother, I didn't realize that was the message that I was getting. And I did find the scripture, and the title of this particular section of scripture, Luke 12, 53, is Jesus the Divider. And I had a taste of that 2 weeks ago. My sister-in-law and my brother made me so mad that I just totally went, I think I just snapped. Surprisingly, I didn't say too much, um, like the old me would do. I didn't say or do what the old me would do, but I let them know firmly that there's just going to be a division between us that's not going to, there's going to be some things that aren't going to happen. I love my brother. This girl that he married is a piece of work. And I actually did reach out to my brother yesterday, just trying to be the bigger person and let things go, let it be water under the bridge. But as far as my sister-in-law, I don't know about her yet. I can't take too much of her. But my brother, yeah, I have to feed him with a long handle spoon, but I still care about them and my nieces and nephews. We just don't see eye to eye on some things. So the scriptures, you guys, a couple of scriptures before this particular paragraph is talking about the last days. If a servant says in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and should begin to be his maidservants, the Lord will come in a day when he looks for him not. So it kind of reminds me of the fact that we are in our last days. And starting with the 3 verses or 4 verses before the one that I'm mentioning, it says, this is the Lord speaking, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I, if it already be kindled? He's either talking about the gospel that warms the heart of the saints and torments the unbelievers or the evil, or he's talking about the persecution that you will face as a result of preaching the gospel and spreading the gospel and simply being a saint of God. So let me read it again. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? He's talking about the sufferings that he's going to, that he knows that he has to go through. He hadn't yet been to the cross, but the feeling the burden, but yet the obligation of the sufferings that he knows that he has to go through as a man to complete the redemption plan for us. Talking about the suffering. Verse 51, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. You guys, that's the end of the paragraph. If you're feeling, it makes me think about one particular person. She's no longer on YouTube. A house divided. When you stand for Christ, you have to be willing to lose people, even if it means your family members. And yes, we should continue to pray for them, help them come to Christ if they haven't already come to Christ. But, it usually is that fiery. You feel the fire. What's the fire? What did he say? I am come to send fire on earth. Sometimes our fire trials involve dealing with family members who aren't saved, who won't listen to us, who go as far as mocking us. Just a price to pay. And Jesus talked about his sufferings, and as followers of Christ, we have to pick up our cross daily and follow Christ. And those are some of the trials that we're going to have to go through. Jesus said that our house would be divided. Some people are blessed enough to be in a marriage and a relationship, have children that know Christ, and they are of the same mind, of the same spirit with their partner, with their children. Some people have it that way. Other people can be unequally yoked. in marriages, not just in marriages, but in businesses and family. And it causes division. But that's what Jesus said will happen. He said, if we are supposed to be in this world, not of this world, but we're going to have people and family members that are going to be of this world when we're not of this, we're in this world, not of this world. But they may be. And we have to draw a line. We have to be willing to suffer for Christ's sake and do what he says for us to do. And when we are the salt and the light, as we continue to be in those people's lives, maybe it'll draw them to him. Christ said, if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me. And sometimes it is just solely him that can do it. We can only do what we're supposed to do and be examples, and just pray for them. Okay, you guys? Just wanted to share that. Didn't want to make this too long. I'll leave the scriptures below. God bless y'all and hope y'all having a blessed day.